In this video we're going to talk all about how to build a music school from the ground up. Now this building that you're seeing here right now is not going to be a music school. I've been there, I've done that. We're building something else. We've got my house over there where my wife and I live with our dogs, and we're building this to be a garage and a sleep out where we can host guests and things like that. But it got me thinking about, hey, what was it like trying to build a music school from the ground up? And I want to give you some key things that you want to know if that's something that you ever want to do. Now, I started very small, teaching my way, playing the drums through university, and then grew my music school from the ground up to about 2,000 students. And I want to take you back to right early on to some of the most foundational things, and we're going to talk about foundations and framing of a music school. Now, the first thing that you'll see here, like what we're standing on right now, is the foundation, right? That's the most important part of this building. If they don't get the foundation right, the whole thing falls apart. So what is the foundation of your music school? Now, you may not even have a music school right now. You might just be a private music teacher on any instrument, but you want to do something bigger. You don't want to just own a job. You want to build a proper music school. And that can be in all sorts of different forms. No matter what form you build that in, whether it's an online thing, a brick and mortar, extending your house, a hybrid model with groups and bands, or classical orchestras, any model, any type of music school, you have to have a great foundation. So what are the first things that you want to think about with the foundation? Well, let's start with number one. You may not even have thought of this, but why? Why do you want to build a music school? It's really important that you understand why you are building one. Now, I had some very clear goals and ambitions for why I wanted to build a music school. Music had changed my life. I'd had amazing teachers that changed my life. I wanted to do that for other people. I also saw lots of music teachers or musicians from my university course who were serving me in supermarkets and things. I wanted to be able to create jobs. For you, you're going to have a different why, and you're going to need to know that, because there's going to be really hard, horrible days where it's windy and rainy and you don't want to do it, but you need to remember why you're doing it, and that helps you get through those hard times. It also aligns you with like where you're going. The second thing that's important about that is lifestyle, and thinking about what sort of lifestyle do you want your music school to build for you? Do you want to be someone that's able to travel the world? Do you want to be someone that just is going to live locally in the same place forever? Do you want to be someone who's running loads and loads of events? Do you want to be someone that's working with loads of young people? What sort of lifestyle do you want to build? And that is going to help you shape the way that you choose which model you're going to use. So which business model you're going to use for your music school. This here is one of the most common foundation things people get wrong, and where I spend so much of my time with the Build a Music School team fixing people's businesses that aren't working because they've got the model wrong. And for some people, if they get in early, it's like we can fix that quick, turn it around, it's not too painful. But if you can know early on what model that you should work from, one that actually works, that is actually what's going to provide you the lifestyle that you want. So if you want to have a lifestyle where you only want to work 10 hours a week or 20 hours a week, and you're able to do all the other creative things that you want to do with your musicianship, whether it's playing in bands, doing recordings, touring, if you want it to fund that lifestyle, or maybe something else. There's other people that work second jobs or work for charities or churches or anything. They want their school to be able to provide this lifestyle. It needs to come from having the right model that generates enough money to be able to provide that. So the other foundation thing that you need is the right pricing. So when you have the right model and you've priced correctly, and you haven't just like raced to the bottom trying to be the cheapest or anything like that, we're going to lose some of these cards, don't worry about it. It's windy here in Wellington, New Zealand, where I live. When you've got the pricing right, and the model right, that's where it really does soar, and you're able to get all those massive results. So getting the foundation is the biggest thing. There's other things that come into here, but these are the ones that were just top of my head right now. And I want to talk to you next about the framing. So you can see on top of the foundation here, we've got the framing, which basically, yeah, we're losing all these, it's fine. It holds the whole thing together, right? And so you start to then move on to how do we start to frame up the business? We go, cool, I know why I'm doing this. I know the lifestyle I want to live. I know that the best model, and on the model thing, if you go to the Build a Music School website, there's actually a big case study of like 30 different models of music schools that you can check out, and they're all really like graphed and charted and analyzed to show you what's the best for you and your goals and your lifestyle. Just grab that for free, that'll help you pick. But once you've got that direction, you've got the model, you've got the pricing, now you need to start framing out your business so the thing holds together and actually works and gets you towards that lifestyle. So what are some of the simple things you need? Well, let's start with, obviously, you need some sort of studio to teach in, right? So you need to have like a good space that's clean and professional, and is a great place to host students. You also need to have some sort of solid curriculum. It's not going to be like a lesson by lesson, step by step, rigid program that you teach forever, and there's no wavering in and out of that, no personalization. No, but you need to have some sort of structure, some sort of framing of how you get a student from complete beginner to being awesome. And so you need to be thinking about that, and you can make that more and more professional and more detailed as you go on. You don't want to just have scrap bits of paper and junk like that. Next thing that you need to get people in is a really good, compelling offer. And so this is a huge thing. Most music teachers do not have a compelling offer. You need something that people hear and they go, oh my goodness, I want to be part of this. This music school, this music teacher sounds amazing. I've never heard it presented like that. Lots of people will just present their lessons or their offer as just, hey, come on in, 30-minute lessons, I charge this many dollars, and that's it. We want to actually have a really compelling offer that's put together well. And you can check out all the best offers that we've created, that members of our Build a Music School program have created. Grab it free, I'll put a link down below, and grab a 7-day trial. Go to module 2 and check out the How to Build a Compelling Offer course that stands out from your competitors. That there is one of the single most valuable things that you can do that will set you apart above 95% of all the other teachers and music schools in your area. So you need a really good compelling offer. A couple other things you're going to need. You're going to need some sort of software or system to bill people. And you want to get away from the old way of billing where people just pay you on their terms. You need to move to something where you are in charge of the billing, you own the prices, you own the time where you take the money out. You have that all legally set up, the systems that can do that. There's so many out there. Again, check out in module 2, we'll take you through that stuff if you don't have it implemented. But you want to have billing sorted because you want to have cash flow. And this is one of the things that will either make or break your business. You can have the most amazing business, you can have the best curriculum, the most beautiful studio, you can have the most compelling why and vision to why you've built a music school. You could have taken trips around the world, but if your cash flow sucks, and if it runs out, the whole business falls apart, and that's like oxygen to your business. And so you need to have systems to actually manage the money really well. And one of the most powerful resources that we created for music school owners is called the Cash Flow Challenge, which will take something that most music teachers really struggle with, which is cash flow, money, and the accounting side, and just make it super simple. It gets it down to a 5 or 10 minute task every month, beautifully displays everything so you can understand exactly what's going on. If you see in the future that some pain point is going to happen with your money, you can prevent it from happening, and this will just solve so many headaches. So there we go, there's a few thoughts around like the foundation and the framing of a business and a music school. So if you want to build a music school and you want to be part of a group that is building music schools all over the world, we have hundreds and hundreds of amazing music school owners in what we call the BAM squad. That's our Build a Music School community. We'll put a link down below where you can get access to that for free for 7 days, and you're going to get all the resources, the tools, and access to the community of the people that helped me grow a music school to 2,000 students and 7 figures, and hundreds of other people that are working their way or have already got there as well. So if you want to not just own a job, be a teacher, if you want a more successful business or music school, that's where you want to hang out, because that's where all the music school owners are hanging out. Hope you've enjoyed this. Leave us a like, subscribe so you get more videos, and leave a comment. Ask us what you'd like us to answer for you next.